Thank you, Mr. Lawrence Phua, for joining us today at this IBF DBS CAX Connect. The question we would like to ask you to share on your views on is, what do you think is the most important thing a relationship manager should do to prepare themselves for the environment in 2017?
First, thanks for having me today. I think your question is very relevant, especially in today's challenging and complex environment. For a banker to be successful into the future, first, they have to be more thorough and more detailed in the way they know their clients, what we call the KYC process. And the banker ought to know how to collaborate the sources of wealth for clients. In the good old days, it was pretty casual. Now we need to do a lot more deep dive. So that's the first fundamental things every banker ought and need to know how to do it. The second is to go beyond just wealth management solution. An effective private banker today does not only know how to introduce investment products or ideas to the client. He must effectively know a bit more about the capital market, about M&A transactions, and how to connect the clients, as some of the high net worth individuals may have interest either to divest their business or to bring in new partners. Next, a good private banker ought to be digitally ready. By that I mean they ought to be aware of what is happening in the digital space and embrace the digital capabilities that are available out there. We hear a lot about fintech, and many people say, oh, fintech will only cannibalize the consumer space. But pause for a moment, they will hit the private banker soon. So the sooner the private banker is familiar and aware of the digital space, the better and more ready he is to serve the clients. Beyond just being digitally ready, what is important is the 4 C's, what I call the 4 C's. First is competency. One ought to be competent, because clients today are very sophisticated, they know their stuff. So bankers ought to be competent to be able to advise their clients. Next is commitment, longevity. The banker needs to be committed to the job, committed to the clients, and committed to the business. And beyond commitment is being compassionate, or what we call passion. If you don't have the passion, the job every day becomes too demanding and too daunting. So you need to have the passion to bring yourself and to help you serve the clients better. And lastly, you need to have character. Now, what do I mean by that? You can be very competent, very committed, have all the passion, but you don't have a good character, strong character. You become disastrous, both for the business, for the client, and for the organization. So having character and good value system is very important. And beyond all this, of course, going into the future, a banker ought to be very adaptable and have empathy for the clients. They need to look beyond the client's needs and understand what they would like to do, not only for their personal wealth, many times about family and about business. So a banker ought to have empathy for all this and be adaptable to serve the client better. Thank you.